What's going on YouTube? It's Jay Marvelous, and we're back with another video. And today, I wanted to talk about something that kind of crossed my mind while I was rewatching Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So, as you guys know, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever started streaming on Wednesday, um, and I rewatched a good chunk of it because it was during the week and I had to work. I rewatched a good chunk of it one night after work. And I just got to thinking back to the rumor mill that led up to it about DR.DOOM being in the film, and just paying attention to parts of the film that kind of seemed like maybe he was supposed to be in the film. I'm gonna tell you what those parts are. So part number one is the professor, obviously. Now it might just seem like a throwaway that this professor that she built this vibranium detector for her metallurgy class, but it's very odd that the professor goaded her into creating this vibranium detector for a class project and then turns around and gives it to the CIA. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't think it would be that big of a deal if those events weren't literally the plot of the movie. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be that. It would be kind of a throwaway, like this professor or whatever professor. But the fact that those events is kind of it's what brings Riri into the film. It's why Namor wants to go after her. Like, that just seems a bit odd. So that's the first place that I feel like is missing some DR.DOOM. And the second place is the post credit scene. Now, normally when it comes to post credit scenes for Marvel, it feels like something that is it feels like something almost different entirely that's added on to the end of the film. Look at Captain America's no, not even Captain America Civil War. Look at Ant-Man. Ant-Man had the post-credit scene from a scene in Captain America Civil War. Ant-Man was shot by Peyton Reed, whatever. Civil War was shot by the Russo brothers. So that post-credit scene looked and felt different from the whole film of Ant-Man. And we find out that is in Civil War. Doctor Strange post-credit scene is his scene from Thor Ragnarok, shot by Taika Waititi. Feels like a Taika Waititi scene. Doesn't feel like I'm blanking on the director's name. It's Scott Derrickson. Doesn't feel like his film. Now, in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the ending is very powerful. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I love this film. Ending is powerful when she feels the comforting breeze of her brother. Post credit scene feels like it was cut from the last shot of the film. You understand what I'm saying? The post credit scene feels to me as if that was all one scene and they just cut it and added it on to the end for the post credit scene. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it feels like they possibly had a different post credit scene, maybe setting something else up. And I'm gonna tell you what that is in a little bit. My theory on what I think the post credit scene was. I think that they chopped it up and made that the post credit scene just to make it more powerful. And you don't always have to have a post credit scene, but I guess Marvel does. But I think this was the CIA agent or the CIA scientist from the boat scene. Now, forgive me, I don't know the actress's name off the top of my head. But she is the actress that plays Natasha Romanoff's voice in What If. So, to me, it seems that possibly she was going to report to somebody named. Like, she was going to go back and report I don't think they would have hired her and paid money for her just to kill her off. Like, just thinking from a business standpoint. They wouldn't have hired this actress who is, like, who has credit just to kill her, just to have her for 5 minutes and kill her. You know what I mean? So my theory is that maybe she was gonna survive that scene initially, and then report back to uh, a Mr. Doom, or Victor Von Doom, or we were gonna get some reference to him. I do feel that was gonna be the post credit scene. I do, because the professor seems connected to him somehow. somehow, some way. Now, leading up to the film, I was excited that, yeah, Doctor Doom's gonna be in the film. Hell yeah! But after watching the film and watching it for a second time, I'm glad he wasn't. I'm glad that this film focused on saying goodbye to Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, saying goodbye to him. Not even saying goodbye to him, but to putting his mantle to rest and allowing a new one to be born. So we have a T'Challa in the MCU. It's just T'Challa Jr. But they're never gonna say. They're only gonna say that a couple times. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that this film was just that. Now there are people that say that they could do without the Val stuff and the Everett Ross stuff, and it didn't bother me. But if it was that stuff didn't bother me, but if it wasn't in the film, I wouldn't have been wanting for it. You know what I mean? Um, so I feel that this film did a good job of condensing itself to just telling Shuri's story and Ramonda's story and what they do after they've lost their king. Because I feel that Doctor Doom in this film would have taken away from that and would have almost bordered the line of disrespect to Chadwick Boseman, you know, because like people would have talked more about Doctor Doom going into the MCU further than how powerful the film was in memory of Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, you guys, I just wanted to get on here and say that I think that Doctor Doom possibly was in the film. Maybe I say about 40-60 he was in the film. Um, just my theory brain going. Um, but I'm glad that he wasn't in the film. I'm glad that if he was, I'm glad they took him out. If he was, because what we got is good for the circumstances. It was amazing for the circumstances, and now we can move on and tell more Black Panther stories. Hopefully, married to Storm in the future. Hopefully, please Marvel, make it happen. We all want to see it. Let them rule Wakanda together. We all want to see. I want to see a 6 episode. Hell, give me two seasons of T'Challa and Storm running Wakanda and dealing with issues in Wakanda. I would love to see it. Give that to me now with any of the Wakandan characters, Okoye, M'Baku, anyone. I love Wakanda. I want to see more of Wakanda going forward in the MCU. It's one of my favorite settings that we've seen. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna end this here. This is gonna be up today. I'm gonna put this up today. Make sure you guys make sure you guys leave comments of what you think on what I think, and share the video. Click the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. Have a marvelous day.